Hello everyone, Leah here. I am so excited to kick off our December challenge group, our May Cause Miracles group. I just wanted to go through your challenge pack, go through some of the tools that you can take advantage of, and go through some of the websites. I know all of this can be very confusing and it's a big change, so I want to try to make it as simple as possible. I'm going to keep this as short as I can because I know everyone's time is super valuable, but there is a lot to go through, so I'm going to jump right in. And I'm going to share my screen. There we go. So the very first thing that you will need to know is your beachbodyondemand.com. So this is where, for those of you who have the All Access Challenge Pack, which most of you probably do, you're going to want to go to www.beachbodyondemand.com. Now, you're going to log in. You're going to use your same login for this as your My Challenge tracker. And you're going to select workout programs. And you have access to literally all these programs. So you're going to want to pick which one you want to start with. And I know it's tempting to kind of go and, bounce back and forth different ones. And that's okay just to check them out. But for the best results, I really believe in starting and finishing a program. So go ahead and go through here and pick a program. So let's say you're going to do 21-day fix. So go ahead and select 21-day fix. And you see here, this is all of the workouts. And you're going to access them here. So you can access these workouts from a Roku, an Apple TV. You can access them on your laptop, of course, a desktop computer, and also on your phone and via an app on your phone as well, called BOD or Beachbody On Demand. It should come up that way as well. And you can download that app and access your workouts on an iPad or your phone through that app. So these are where you're actually going to select your workouts. You would go ahead and push play and it'll load right up and you will be able to accept that and access your workouts. Now, this program's 30 minutes. But there's multiple programs, all different levels of ability and all different times. So once you pick your program, you're going to want to go to your program materials, which is right here. Click on that. And you have multiple tools here to use. The first thing I want you to do is to print out your workout calendar and tape it up somewhere that you will see it every day. And this will show you what workout you do on which day. It's important to follow that because it's set up in a way to get you the best results and as well as set up so your body can heal from different muscle groups on different days. The next thing you want to do is to go through your eating plan. So this is very detailed. If you're kind of like a hands-on person, you might want to print this out. Or you can just read it here, but it basically is going to go through your entire eating plan. Now, the majority of Beachbody programs use a portion container system, or I abbreviate it PCS, and that's what this is right here. And I have some here that I'm going to go through. But before you do all of that, you're going to want to figure out what calorie bracket you're in. So you don't need to ever count calories for this program. You're actually going to be counting these color-coded containers, which makes it really, really easy. So you're going to put your weight in here, and you're going to multiply that by 11. That's your baseline. You're going to add 400, and then to put your body in a deficit, which is, to lose weight, you minus 750, and that's going to be your calorie target. You don't need to worry about that other than what eating plan it's going to place you in. So you need to figure that out no matter what program you're doing. And so let's say you are here in plan A. That means you are going to get 3 green containers, which are veggies, 2 purple containers, which are fruits, 4 red containers, which is protein, 2 carbs, which are yellow, 1 healthy fat, which is blue, 1 seeds and dressings, orange, and then 2 teaspoons of oils and nut butters. And everyone's going to be different. I do post meal plans for every single bracket. So I do a no-cook meal plan, which is very simple. It will take you very minimal time to put together. And I'm going to post that for the first week. So you have an option here to print this tracker as well. If you, I'm going to go through the tools, which is an app on your phone. But if you want to, you can print this tracker and check off your containers throughout the day. Some people like to do that more. But I really, really, really believe that you should definitely track your containers, because it can really get away from you quickly with your containers. You think you're having this, but it's actually that. So please write down your container amounts. I have found that I do my best and lose the most amount of weight when I'm actually tracking my containers as I eat them. And it'll actually, on the app, it'll count down so you can see what you have left. Or you can print this out and you can see it pretty clearly. Keep it in your purse or your pocket, whatever. And each program has recipes here at the bottom. There's Shakeology recipes. There's some, meal plans and things like that. So those are some other great tools in your nutrition guide. Now, at the very bottom, there's going to be a huge list of what foods fit into that container. There are additional foods that will fit in these containers, and you can Google it because it changes constantly. But for the most part, there are so many foods in here. There may be one-off ones that may not be on here, but you pretty much can stick to these foods and be pretty satisfied. So it tells you what goes in the veggie, the fruit, what goes in the protein containers, tells you what goes into the carb containers. And the rule of thumb is basically, if it can close, you're good to go. And your oils and teaspoons. So I'm going to go through those containers here in a second. So there's a couple of things that you want to take a look at. If you are drinking something other than water, which you should be drinking water half your body weight in ounces technically. So if you are 160 pounds, then you want to drink 80 ounces of water, so about 10 glasses a day. And there's also a place to check off your water. If you are drinking alcoholic beverages, you're going to count that as a carb container. So small amounts of unsweetened non-dairy milk is okay. It can be free. If you're just putting a cup or two in your Shakeology and it's unsweetened non-dairy milk, you're good to go. It's free. But if you're doing cow's milks, juices, alcoholic beverages, heavy, sweetened coconut milk, things like that, then you're going to need to count that as a yellow container as well. And it shows you some substitutions here and how to count it. Now, if you have a sweet tooth like me, then you're going to probably want some sweets, and there's tons of recipes. If you Google 21 Day Fix recipes, Core de Force recipes, all of that stuff, Beachbody recipes, it'll give you recipes, sweets, ice creams, treats you can make, regular, lunch, dinner, breakfast recipes, Shakeology recipes. So you can substitute those treats for your yellow 3 times a week, which I think is pretty reasonable. So it says here you can have 2 cookies, and that's 1 yellow. So you can have 6 cookies a week, and you're still following your meal plan. Your free foods, obviously, water. And here's some fun water recipes if you don't really like, drinking tons of plain water, which some people don't. Black coffee and tea are free foods. And then spices, lemons, lime, citrus, those types of things. Now, here's a thing of what you want to stay away from. Creamer, half and half, even non-dairy creamers, white sugars, artificial sweeteners, flavored syrups, chocolate syrups. I think it's pretty much a given, but just an FYI. So some more free foods is, herbs, dried or fresh. Those are going to add flavor to your food without adding all of the fat. And here at the bottom, it goes through, let's see here. This is just some sample meal plans, and it gives you the container counts here. You will never run out of recipes. There's also a cooking channel here on Beachbody On Demand as well. So you can check out the cooking channel. Even more recipes here. I mean, there is just not a shortage. So you get the idea on that. So you can either print this out, or you can just read it on here. So your Shakeology is going to be counted if you drink your, I'll go through that here in a second, actually. I'll just go back to this. Okay, so you have your food list, you have your eating plan. There's a vegan eating plan here for 21-day fix. 3-day quick fix. This is something if you want to get really lean, you know, like maybe before an event or something like that. So those are all your program materials. So you're going to want to read through all of this, start to finish, and it's going to go through and tell you pretty much kind of the same stuff I'm saying. But the next thing after you do your calculations, you're going to want to do your measurements, your weight, and your before photo. I know it sucks and you may not want to do this, but please do it because the scale is a line B. And sometimes your weight doesn't move, but it's clearly a difference when you look at in the following week with your photos. So this is how you take your measurements. So just get like a measuring tape, you know, like maybe for sewing. Take your chest, your left and right upper arm, your waist, your hips, your waist at your belly button, your hips at your hip bones, your left and right thigh, and calculate your total inches and your weight. And then we'll do that afterwards. And also take your before photo, and I already said your weight. Depending on the program, you do need some equipment. So 21-day fix, you need a set of light and medium or medium weights and a resistance band. But if you go here to get out of this. The workouts will tell you the required equipment. So this needs weights here. Recommended a mat if you don't have carpet. So each program has that. So that's it as far as for each program, what you're going to need on Beachbody On Demand. If anyone has any questions about that, please let me know. The next thing I want to go to is the My Challenge Tracker portal. So you can access this via the app, which most of you already have, or you can access it on a desktop computer. And you'll see your groups here, and you'll be able to open up your group and see all the posts. Now, you'll want to kind of take a look, and you can see other people's posts and comment on their posts, show them some love and support. And that really helps to kind of make it a community and really encourage someone when they need it, because this is a hard process. Change, can be really difficult, and to know that someone's there with you is really awesome. So I really encourage you guys to comment, take a couple seconds from your day and just give someone an encouraging message. And so if we all do that for each other, that would be awesome. So you can access this again through your desktop or via your phone. The next thing I want to go through is teambeachbody.com. Now, this is where you can make changes to your Shakeology order, or you can shop for other products. It's easy right here on the bottom. It says, need to change your recurring order. Boom, click here. It'll take you to the site here. Click on United States. And memberships and subscriptions. Now, normally it'll pop up with what you have coming on order. So my next order is the end of December. I'm getting cafe latte vegan. So you can click on this and you can change your flavor, or you can, what I do is I'll Google if I want to maybe cancel this and get it. Sometimes I'll just cancel all my HDs and get a new home direct order, just because, well, I order a lot of stuff. But you can get on chat, or you can call here to one of these numbers, to the customer service, and they'll be able to do anything that you want. If you don't want to do chat, I Google Beachbody live chat and it'll come up, and you can chat with them with any questions, or you can ask me and I can help you out. But it tells you when it's going to ship, and it also gives you a notification. I think it's like a week before, so you have time to change your flavor. Here, I can edit it here and change my flavor. You're going to want to stick with the 30 serving bag because that's the best value. The single serve packets, only 24 come in a box, and it's the same price. So definitely stick with the 30 serving bag. So the next thing I wanted to show you here on this website on teambeachbody.com is the shop section. Click here on shop, and there's multiple programs here. If you have all access, then you have access to all these programs. If you are doing DVD programs, this is where you would shop to get a new program. But there is also Shakeology here, so if you want to order an additional bag or anything like that, you can do that here. If you would like to order a sampler pack, you can order that as well. Shakeology boosts. These are additional things that you can add to your Shakeology. So Power Greens, 2 scoops of this is 1 serving of vegetables, 1 green container. Digestive health. You can also add that just to boost your shake if you are prone to digestive issues like I am. I add that in. And focused energy. This is not something you take on its own. This is all stuff you add to your Shakeology, and it's all natural, just like Shakeology is. So Daily Sunshine, this is for kids 4 and up, and it's kind of like their own little mini Shakeology. High fiber, a serving of fruit, a serving of vegetables, and there's chocolate and strawberry flavor. The 3-day refresh, which some of you are doing, here's where you would order it. And the Beachbody Performance line, which is my favorite. Hydrate, you drink this during a workout. And the Energize, I do every day. It is basically a pre-workout formula. And you drink it 30 minutes prior to working out. And then there is the Recover and the Recharge. Both of these have dairy in it, so I do not do these, but I have tried them before, I went vegan, and it kind of helps speed your muscle recovery, and you take it in the evening. Creatine, if you're doing lifting and you want to get bulkier, build muscle, you want to do creatine. There's also performance stacks where you can buy them all. Now, before you guys buy anything, I would recommend enrolling for the discount. You save 25% off, not only on your Shakeology, but every single one of these products. You can get apparel here. There's just so many things. So that's that. The next thing I want to show you on this website that's really important is the recipes here. So there's an Eat Smart section. Click on recipes and literally look at all this. Breakfast, lunches, dinners, desserts, snacks, sides, Shakeology recipes, vegan, vegetarian salads. I mean, there is no shortage of recipes, and they're all super delicious. And tons of seasonal recipes. So you can go through here, and if you take a look here, so let's click on a soup here. Matzo ball soup. Click on that recipe, and down here at the bottom, it's going to give you your container counts. So if you're a 21-day fix, half a yellow, 1 red, 1 teaspoon. Perfect. You don't need to worry about trying to figure things out yourself. And I highly recommend doing this. And I know, some of you may have some favorite foods, but I bet you that there are 21-day fix versions of that. So go ahead and Google 21-day fix chili or 21-day fix spaghetti or whatever your favorite food is that you want to incorporate into your meal plan now. And I bet you there is something. If not, I can help you come up with some container counts. So just know that all those recipes are there. Shakeology recipes are there as well. The next thing is the Beachbody Challenge. Now, this is where you're going to submit your before and afters, your measurements. There's daily, weekly, and annual prizes. And every single person that enters gets a t-shirt or a tank top or a hat, whatever it is that for that specific program with the program's logo on it. So that's pretty awesome. So you get something, so you can kind of collect them as well. You can do multiple programs and get multiple t-shirts and tank tops, which is fun. So that is all I want to show you on here at the moment. And those are all the tools. So I'm going to stop sharing screen. maybe. There we go. And let's go through our containers. So once you figure out your meal plan, you're gonna X amount of containers. Now you're gonna need to stick your sticky things on your containers, but this is gonna be your protein, this is gonna be your carb, your seeds and dressings, and your fruits and veggies. And I'm missing the healthy fats one. Oh, just broken out, apparently. It's my favorite one. So fruits and veggies. And you're gonna X amount of those based on your weight. If you got a DVD program, it comes with your eating plan here in booklet form. It has all the same information as it does on the website. Here's some Shakeology recipes that will also be in your challenge pack or on your orders of Shakeology. This is where it shows you how to take your measurements. This is all stuff that is on the website. And lastly, your Shakeology. So this is the 30 serving bag. This is the vegan cafe latte with a non-dairy flavor. Shakeology is going to be counted as one red on its own. So if you add things in like fruit or vegetables, you know, greens or anything like that, then you're going to count those. So you can add in a thing of spinach, a thing of strawberries, or even half. And like I said, it's free with the unsweetened non-dairy milk, or you can do it with water. Now there are recipes on there. It tells you to do like 1 cup of ice, I think, and 1 cup of water. I am going to post a video of my favorite Shakeology recipe, which is called the Chunky Monkey. And I actually fill up my entire shaker cup. You also get a shaker cup. I actually fill up my entire shaker cup with ice, and I do about 1.5 cups of unsweetened non-dairy milk. And I like mine super thick, and it depends. You're going to find what you like. But you can also just shake this with water if you're in a super rush or you're even traveling. But I like to make mine really thick, like soft serve ice cream, kind of like a Dairy Queen Frosty. So I fill mine all the way up with ice, 1.5 cups, put it in the blender, and with my Shakeology, whatever fruit or veggie I want to put in for that day. So you're going to drink this once a day for one of your meals. You can choose to drink it for any of your meals. I like to do my workout in the morning, and I like to have this afterwards. It's kind of like a little treat. But you can choose to do it at lunch, or, you know, as a midday snack, or even in the evening. If you have a sweet tooth and you find that you always want dessert, it might not be a bad idea to blend a thick one up, maybe put some fresh strawberries on top and eat it like ice cream. And there's tons of Shakeology ice cream recipes as well. So you're going to find what you like. Those details are flexible. The next thing I wanted to go through is the 3-day refresh. So for those of you that are doing the 3-day refresh, it is completely optional, but this is a 3-day mini cleanse. It's basically plant-based. And once you open it up, you're going to want to go through your booklet that comes with it. And it's going to tell you a bunch of different recipes. So you're going to write down what you're going to have from those fruits, vegetables, recipes, healthy fats list for the week. Some of my favorites are cherry tomatoes with vinegar and fresh basil for my snack. Healthy fat, I always do avocado. I like to mix my fruit into my vanilla fresh shake, which you have one of these at each meal. And I put it in the blender with my fruit and water, and it's really good. And then it also comes, some of them, you know, it comes with your Shakeology. Let's see here. And then your first thing in the morning, you're going to do your fiber sweep. So we were originally scheduled to do this starting tomorrow, but I'm thinking of possibly changing that because I don't think anyone that is doing the 3-day refresh has it yet. So we may be changing the date on that. But basically, if you are doing the 3-day refresh, you have your containers. If you feel like you absolutely are like starving, you're not going to make it, like maybe you're kind of lightheaded, then go ahead and add in more veggies, veggie containers, and maybe, you know, munch on some carrots or something like that. So you can kind of get rid of that feeling. It really depends on the person. I've never had anyone have a negative reaction. Obviously, it's a cleanse, so you're going to have some headaches if you are really dependent on caffeine and things like that. So that is completely normal. For the first week of this challenge, it's actually, first maybe even a week and a half, it's actually very, very normal to feel like you're getting sick, to even get sick, to have headaches, to be irritable. Your body starting a new workout routine and changing up your diet is really stressful initially on your body, and it wants to stay the same. So it's really, really, really important that when you are doing these workouts, you're also eating healthy, because your body needs that nutrient-dense food. It needs the nutrients from Shakeology to recover from workouts, to give you energy, to fill the nutrition gaps that are in a normal standard diet. Shakeology has 72 superfoods. Some that just kind of stick out to me are camu camu, which has the highest amount of vitamin C of any fruit on earth. So this is something, like, since I started drinking this, I have literally never been sick. I don't remember, I'm knock on wood, but I have not been sick since I started drinking Shakeology regularly. So you're going to want to drink this every single day, because your body is under stress initially when you're starting this workout routine. You're going to be really sore. Drink tons and tons of water. Kind of know the difference between being in pain and being sore. It is 100% completely normal to be sore. The way to get rid of soreness is actually to get moving, to do a workout. You'll notice a few minutes into your workout, you aren't sore anymore. I'm going to drink some water. So it is completely normal to be sore. So don't skip your workout the next day because you're sore. It's not going to help anything. You want to build up the habits. So the goal of this challenge group is to build a healthy, sustainable lifestyle. This isn't a quick fix. This isn't a diet. This is something that I hope that you guys will be able to stick with for the long term. Now, this is a weight loss plan. Once you get into that maintenance phase, maybe you've hit your goals, we can talk about a maintenance plan, and your container amounts are slightly different. And honestly, once you get going with this, you have the containers memorized, you have favorite recipes, and it just becomes everyday life, which I think is really awesome because people kind of see your change with your healthy lifestyle, and that change rubs off on other people, which I think is really amazing. So let's see what else we need to go through. The apps. Now, like I said, my challenge tracker app, I'm pretty sure most of you have already played around with it because I've seen all of your introductions. The other app is the 21-Day Fix app. So even if you aren't doing the 21-Day Fix program, this is kind of a fun app because it tracks your food. So it has day 1 through 20 or 21 here. I know this is a 30-day challenge, but you can do it twice. And once you put your weight in there, it's going to tell you how many containers you get per day. And you can click on it, shows you what goes into each container, little cheat sheet for your pocket. And you can select here what you had for breakfast. So say you had your Shakeology. You can go ahead and count, and it's going to count down. So now it tells you you only have 3 left. So this is an option for you if you don't want to use a tracker, a paper tracker. You can use this app, even if you aren't doing 21-Day Fix. And I think that is pretty much it as far as this goes. So you have your Shakeology, you know you're counting that as a red container and drinking it every single day. You're doing your first thing, you're reading through your nutrition guide, you're figuring out your calorie bracket, and then you're going to do your weight, your measurements, and your before photos. This is all before day 1. And then you're going to nail down what Shakeology recipe that you want to do for day 1 of the challenge. And next you're going to decide on your meal plan. Now, I post meal plans. I know that everyone's taste is different. So if you like to use Pinterest, that is another favorite of mine. So let's say you're in plan A, you can Google 21-Day Fix plan A or Core de Force plan A, Shift Shop plan A, PIO. There is meal plans for every single program. Or even just Google them. because you may not necessarily like the meal plans I post, or, maybe you have an allergy or whatever it is. But I want you guys to have a solid plan going into the first day and the first week, and ideally get a little bit of prep done, some meal prep before day one. So my plan for this round is to post the meal plans on the Friday so that you can shop over the weekend, and ideally prep some food over the weekend. For Monday, you have all your food going into the week. And I know it lasts only just a few days, but you can do some maybe light prep midweek. But the idea is to have food available to you and not have to, stop at fast food or something like that because you're hungry. So always keep some bagged veggies, an apple, an orange, maybe a small amount of nuts, some kind of handy snacks in your car, at work, wherever you can, so that you aren't starving by dinner. The idea is to spread these meals out between 5 to 6 meals per day. So let's say you wake up, you do a bowl of oatmeal, do your workout, do your shake, have a large salad with some sort of protein on it for lunch, and then maybe you have some carrots and hummus for a snack, and then you have your dinner, maybe sweet potatoes and your protein and your sides of vegetables. And that would be a well-rounded day. And so ideally you're spreading it out, because the number one thing you don't want to do is starve yourself all day. And I was so guilty of this. And then by dinner time, you're starving and you eat 3 times as much as you really need, because your body wants to be satisfied because it's been starved the entire day. And you're low on nutrients, you're low on energy, your glucose is low. So do not starve yourself all day. Try to spread these meals and these snacks out as much as you can, so that you don't get that drop in your blood sugar, you're not hangry, you're not irritable, and you have energy. Because the last thing I want you guys to feel is tired and mad, like you can't do this, because I know you can do this. If I can do this, you 100% can do this. And I don't want you guys to think that you have to be perfect. When I started, I was kind of all or nothing. If I had an off day with my food, I would give up. And I get it, because you're starting something new, you want everything to go perfect. You have to start on the first of the month. You have to start on a Monday. If you have one bad day, you start, fresh the next day, or maybe you fall off the last little bit of the challenge and you start the next challenge. But I want you guys just to give yourself some grace and start at the very next meal. So maybe you slipped up a little bit and had, whatever it is that you had, something you wanted for lunch. Now start back at dinner. It's so tempting to just chalk it up to it's a bad day, but that will become a habit. And this, what we're kind of focusing on, is building habits. So start at the next meal, start at the next workout. You never want to miss a Monday workout. Monday sets the tone for the week. You never want to miss more than 3 workouts in a row, because your habit loop in your brain is broken. One other bit of advice I'll give you is you want to have a trigger behavior. This sounds weird, but if your trigger behavior, maybe you leave your clothes out the previous night for the morning and you see your clothes there, or maybe you have a song that you wake up to every day, or you have a song that gets you pumped up, or maybe it's drinking your pre-workout, or maybe you have some kind of dance, whatever it is, a trigger behavior before your workout, because it builds something in your brain that keeps you going and keeps doing it. And then once you get done with your workout, check it off. Either check it off in the app, check it off on the calendar, because that also is building a habit loop in your head. And we like checking things off. It just gives you a burst of, oxytocin in your brain, or whatever it is, that your brain's happy that you're checking something off. So you're going to want to check it off the next day, and the next day, and the next day. But the most important thing, like I said, is if you have one bad day, don't turn it into a bad week. If you, fall off a little bit, don't just give up. The only way to fail this challenge is to give up. And, you know, if you don't have a perfect challenge, yes, you can do the next challenge, but please do not make that a habit, please, because if you just give it your best, you know, what you can, and never actually quit throughout the challenge, then you're going to be the most successful, you know, whether you're perfect or not. It's okay to miss a workout and, you know, hop back on the next day. So I'm excited to get going. I hope that helps. Please comment below with any questions that you may have that I might have missed. I do one of these calls before every time, and they're all different. They're all unique, so sometimes I do miss things. And I cannot wait to get started. I hope that you guys are kind of browsing around, looking at the tools, and doing your weight measurements and all that good stuff. And I will talk to you all soon, and have a good night. Bye.